Okay, back. So the game saved, so we're good with that. But yeah, it went straight into Act 2, which was kind of strange. But I guess we'll play two parts to this time, and then I'll play two parts again, the last two parts in the next session. Just because I kind of want to, I guess, I don't want to rush through the game too much. Kind of stop, play an act, think, play another act, kind of think about what was happening. But let's just do two at a time, I guess. Also, this game is really strange. This game, okay, finished Act 1, honest opinions. This game is very strange. It's unlike the other narrative games that we have played, in that, first off, it's a third person game. All the games we played have been first person. There we control two players, so they're like two narrators. We control these two. We choose the dialogue for them. We have a dog. I think that's new. We haven't really had a dog in any other game. I think I'm pretty sure. But and there's no narration in someone, it's me basically. It's text narration, not audio narration, which is strange. I mean, I guess also it's is maybe a bit, it causes you to concentrate a bit more because you're the one reading it out instead of listening to someone else. And that's something that kind of happened to me in Dear Esther, where I would, since the narrator was talking, I would kind of zone him out at times just to kind of look around in Dear Esther. I had to play that game maybe like two more times to really get the whole story and everything. And even after that, I kind of looked it up just to see what the thing really was about. Walden was kind of the same thing for me regarding storyline narration. I did not really understand the point of why he went into the woods to live alone. I had some ideas, and but I had to kind of look it up myself and figure out what was going on with the game, the storyline of the game. Whereas Gone Home was a little bit easier to understand. Gone Home and Firewatch. But then also a big difference, I guess, is this is uh, Gone Home, Dear Esther, and most likely Stanley Parable are more. They are kind of more like walking simulation games, and I guess this is not really a walking simulation because you have a truck, you drive around, you had that system in the mines. So I guess this wouldn't qualify as a walking simulation narrative game. So that's another difference. But this game is strange. I'm still trying to really figure out what this game is about, and I'm probably gonna have to play this game a few more times just to kind of like figure out what the hell is happening. Because it's a strange game. It's a strange game. From the art style is a little bit strange. The overall story is strange. I think this was classified as a indie experimental type game thing. I can definitely see that. Actually, all the games we've played have kind of been under like interactive narrative, like indie types experimental games. I know Sunny Bearable was classified as experimental in a sense. So that's strange. This is strange. I don't know how I feel about this game for sure. It's interesting. I'm enjoying it, but it's we'll see. So we are back with these two, and we talk to Shannon. Didn't we just pass this place? Maybe someone can point us in the right direction. Yeah, looks like they're still open. Must be a night shift. What do you think they're doing here? It looks like an office building. It looks like a cathedral. What do you think? So maybe I'm gonna be controlling maybe three characters. I'm gonna be controlling Lulu or whatever her name was. I just completely forgot her name. But that girl got rejected. It looks like an office building. Yeah, an office building and a cathedral. This is weird, but do you think we're inside or outside right now? Outside? Yeah, outside any man-made structure, I guess. This feels like it's still inside, since we can't see the sky. Well, maybe someone around here has a better sense of direction. This leg is getting kind of stiff now, Blue. I don't know if that's a good sign. I'm no doctor, not by a long shot. Let's look at the barrier. Another line? Seems that way. Maybe it's still under construction. We can hope. Okay, so let's go, that way. Yeah, Conway's fucked up. Shit. Ah, so yeah, we might be inside. No, this is strange. This layout is strange. Receptionist. Mary Ann. Well, here you are. Better late than never, I guess. Just unload the whiskey over there by the elevator. I'll figure something out. Oh, shit. Conway Shannon. We're actually a bit lost, ma'am. You're lost. So you're not the... Sorry, honest mistake. We're supposed to have a little celebration here at the office, but the whiskey never showed up. I saw your truck and thought... But you don't really look like one of those boys from the distillery anyway. What are you celebrating? What do the boys from the distillery look like? What is this place? What is this place? Well, it's clear you're new to this territory. I expect you just mean to be passing through. We're looking for Dogwood Drive. Do you know where that is? Dogwood. Nope. You're going to need to talk to someone upstairs about that. One of the mat clerks. But first we gotta get you in the system, so you'll need an appointment with one of the yeah. Now let's see. Rick is booked. Proofreading drafts all afternoon and wanders out on the site. Let me make some calls and see if you have anyone free. There are some books over there in the waiting area, or just take a look around. The television is playing a cartoon about a bird. The cartoon bird collects pieces from for its nest. A scarf, a plastic shopping bag, a bit of a young girl's hair. The nest is warm but precautiously fragile. The television is playing what looks like a nature documentary. A hermit crab scuttles across a beach. Its shell is an awkward shape. It must have once belonged to a different crab. The television is playing an instructional video on an elevator design. It is crucial to maintain proper lighting in an elevator. In the absence of sight, passengers' sense of motion is greatly enhanced. Passengers should never feel as though they are physically ascending or descending. The elevator should create the illusion that the building is flat. This is the mark of a successful elevator design. The television is playing a closed-circuit security feed of a housing project. The feed switches mechanically between locations: a hallway, a discussed plot, a disused plot of grass, a stairwell, a mailbox. The television is playing a silent video of an empty theater. Microphone sits in the middle of the stage. The lights are slightly dim. The speaker hums impatiently. Oh, you can see the people on top. Oh good, I thought you'd left. People can be so impatient, you never know. Well, I have you meeting with Lula Chamberlain. Okay, Lula. She's a senior clerk and doesn't usually handle the ingestation process, but she's the only one with room on her plate this evening. My schedule says she's on the 5th floor, reviewing some diagrams. The elevator is just back to the left there, 5th floor. Books. Let's check that out. 3 books are piled on the table, a service manual for a sewage pump, some architectural plans for a bungalow, and a slim collection of Japanese death haiku. Death haiku. An envelope is protruding from the bottom of the stack. Pick up the envelope. The envelope reads Bureau of Secret Tourism and contains several small handwritten brochures with ritualistic directions to bizarre locations. She's on the 5th floor, right? Conway scans a column of elevator buttons. 3rd floor bears. What does that mean? Let's go to bears. 1, 2. Oh, it really is just a room of bears. Oh, they're such good bears though. They aren't attacking or anything. What the hell? Why is there just a room of bears? Oh, look at these guys. Aw, they're cute. They're just doing their stuff. These bears. I can't really even interact with them. That's weird. Music. Music's back. There's music. Click. Greg is hard at work examining some diagrams, measuring angles with a plastic protractor, and occasionally scribbling numbers in a small little notebook. Can I help you? Don't answer that. Are you Lula Chamberlain? No. You just missed her, actually. She was up here about an hour ago. She's probably back at her real desk on the 1st floor. She barely made a dent in his diagrams. Must have been distracted. Speaking of which... Office is down on the 1st floor. Look at the bears. There she is. Hello, are you lost? We're looking for Lulu Chamberlain. Oh, no, she's much too busy. Let's get some of our junior clerks to do your paperwork, to sort your paperwork first, so we don't waste of any of Mr. Chamberlain's time. It's a pretty straightforward process. First, you need to get a case number assigned. Really? I don't care about you. Can I just talk to this lady? No, I can't. Hi, how are you? Fine, thanks. I just need your ingestation. I cannot pronounce that word. Card. A list of your last 5 permanent addresses. Let's just skip it. Which one of you is Lulu Chamberlain? Oh, sure. That's her in the cardigan. Thank you. Having fun in the paperclip labyrinth? Well, you made it eventually. You look exhausted. I'd offer you my seat, but my ankles are turning on me. The receptionist said you could point us in the right direction. This concrete bunker of an office is just a waypoint for you, I'm sure. Where is it you're trying to go? We are having trouble navigating the zero. We are looking for 5 Dogwood Drive. Dogwood Drive. That's funny. Do you know I used to live on Dogwood Drive? That was years ago. Grimy old house, basement full of insects, attic full of birds. I had a few roommates. We all worked at university. I had a dog. Drank whiskey and beer and made sculptures. But that Dogwood was a surface road. With a name like that, it would have to be. What are you doing on the zero? A gas station attendant told us we need to take the zero to get there. Gas station attendant? I see. Friendly blind man, about my age, hangs out with an old cat, likes to pretend he's a poet. Old cat? His name is Joseph. Do you know him? Joseph and I used to work together, and we lived together. We were friends. But that was a long time ago. We haven't spoken in years. Do you know why he's pointed you this way? It's because he's still in love with me, of course. Okay. And now he's implicated you. Quite inconsiderately, and in your condition, it's appalling. I'm very sorry for wasting your time, but I'm afraid you've been misled. Excuse me. But where's the Dogwood Drive you lived on? Maybe it's the same one? No, it's not possible. Dogwood Drive I lived on is now called Pale Dogwood Drive. They've renamed all the streets, you see. Too many streets with the same name. It was never a problem before, but now we have these databases. It's all too confusing for the computers. The computer has no sense of ambiguity. So it proclaims an error. Name collisions, they call them. So my Dogwood Drive is Pale Dogwood Drive, and another might be large-leafed Dogwood Drive, or Himalayan, flowering Dogwood Drive, and so on. But one of them is still just Dogwood Drive, or so we might hope. It's really a matter of consulting records, of which we have an abundance here. Where's the computer? Computer? Oh, that's all handled off-site. We write up a formal request for analysis, provide the necessary data, and then send the whole thing out by courier. So first, you'll need the data. Expect you to find a road name, change, log up in the archives and records, 4th floor. It'll be filed under 04. Okay? Probably. Or G for generic, or maybe S for specific, depending on which part of the street name was changed. So you're no help, basically, what you're trying to say is. Oh, what is this guy? The gatekeeper? Look at him. This place is a mess. Okay. Take a look through that logbook, I guess. Maybe there's some kind of system to all these boxes. I'll just start digging. Small logbook has a smart leather cover. A few notes are scrambled on the inside covers. Most pages are just lists of titles, names, and dates. Inside front cover. Page 1, page 14, inside back cover. Inside front cover. Note in logbook. Document staff, please do not transfer any more records from the storage unit until we get the new file cabinets in. We're up to F, and that will have to do for now. Instruct clerks to focus on activities beginning with the letters A, B, C, D, E, or F, or activities most likely to involve research on subjects beginning with those letters. For example, cars is okay because it involves automotive, driving, brakes, etc. But air quality is not okay because it relates to health, safety, pollution, etc. A single set of documents relating to coal mining operations was checked out and back in by several different people within a few hours. Several documents relating to sporting competition venues were quickly checked out and back in over a period of a few days. Basketball courts, baseball fields, alleys, and parking lots. Note in logbook. Failing antique shops folder missing. Listed checked in on page 63 but not present. Check-in. Failing antique shops. Monday 3 p.m. Signy Ed Poem, however we pronounce that. Back cover. Note in logbook. Oh. Nothing? Me neither. Half of these boxes aren't even labeled, and the rest are all from the first few letters of the alphabet. I couldn't find anything with an O or a G or an S. Maybe that clerk knows somewhere else we can look. Nothing? That's unfortunate. Well, they must still be in transit. You see, we've only moved into this new venue somewhat recently, and it's all a bit of progress. It's all a bit in progress. This was a cathedral not so long ago. Can you believe it? And then the Bureau reclaimed it. The old congregation has been directed to one of our storage facilities for the activity. That's where you'll find the street name records, I expect, at the church. Mary Ann at reception can give you directions. Just come back here when you have the files and we'll begin the necessary paperwork to have the information analyzed. Oh, and while you're out on the road, you might want to stop to see Dr. Truman about your leg. He's a specialist regarding ailments of the joints and limbs, and I know he works at night. His home office is in a small neighborhood on the east edge of Bowling Green. Here's his card. Do stop and see him. That leg is a miserable sight. Ah, take care of each other. No, I meant to go. No. Are you not getting in, Shannon? Oh! That's a glitch. Okay, that was a strange glitch. Mary Ann. Get what you need? Lulu said you could direct us to the church. Be straight with me. What is this place? What is this place? Just another office, lady. Just another job. But you kicked out a congregation to set up your office? I wasn't here for that, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. Still, I wouldn't judge until I've seen everything. They got a new church now. The Bureau set it up for them. Out of their old storage space. I'm sure it's very nice. Go see it for yourself. Just get back on the zero and drive until you hit the crystal, then turn around. It'll make sense once you get on the road. You can handle it. Okay. I think we gotta see this doctor first about my leg. They get back on the road. There's more to do here. They get back on the road. Okay. So let me just... Okay. That's a lot of things. Let's go this way. This is really strange. The crystal. And then go back. Isn't that what it said? Once you see the crystal... Hold on. Just go back the way you came. Find the crystal, then turn around. You're looking kinda tired there, old man. Want me to take the wheel for a bit? Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Crystal. So I saw the crystal and I'm going back. Self-storage. This is Act 2, Scene 2. This is weird. Church. I didn't see the doctor. I don't remember where the doctor was. Janitor. Brandon. Oh, here for the night mass? Where's the congregation? I guess this must look pretty strange. A church with a congregation, without a congregation. When they first moved in here, man, this place was packed. They had a mass every night, 2 on Sunday. But it got a bit awkward to fit everyone in, and the numbers quickly dwindled. Once folks started to see it as a thing that was falling apart, they lost their center of gravity, and they just started wobbling. Then the preacher stopped coming too, but he left his old tapes. Some with the organist, and I found some old acetates in the Bureau archives. Photos of people in churches, so I keep it running. You do what you have to, right? Right now we have to find some Bureau documents. Oh, you're from the Bureau. I moved all those documents to Unit C315 to make room for the mass. It's down at the other end of the building. Same floor. I need to get the nice mass started, but you can borrow my keys. 315. I'll go. You wait here. Rest your leg. You're looking kind of pale. Nice lady. Well, I better get this running. Brandon presses play on the old tape machine. Is your whole family Catholic? Oh no, we're not religious. I just watched and listened while the congregation did all this stuff. It's getting darker. And I probably don't understand as much as you might think. Anyway, I think I know how to run the overhead projection and the tape player. At least I know enough to keep it going, right? How do you like working here? It's okay. I don't really know what else I would do. I used to play a lot of card games, in high school. Some of my friends went to college, but most of them just got jobs. Maybe in a few years we'll hang out in bars, playing darts or something. You're not allowed to play cards in the bars because it looks like gambling. My leg is killing me. I bet everyone's telling you to go see a doctor. Hey, I get it. Too expensive. My dad cut his arm pretty bad on a job, but he stitched himself back up because we didn't have health insurance. But then his hand didn't work very well and he got pretty depressed and eventually he just sort of... Well, I guess I don't know what he should have done. Who knows, right? So, this is like a hobby? If you asked me what my hobbies were, I'd say card games, science fiction, and perspective geometry. But I run the slideshow and I play the tapes and I don't get paid for it. I take it pretty seriously. But nobody's telling me I should. Is that a hobby? Seems like there ought to be a more serious word for it. Okay, that's it. Next, there are some rituals that you and I aren't allowed to participate in. I don't think. And I don't remember them anyway. Hi, got it. Got what? What? I found what we came here to get. The file on street name changes. You don't look good. Let's head back to the bureau and get the shooting out, and then maybe we should go see the doctor the clerk recommended. Let's go. You're in this place alone, the janitor. I would be creeped out. Okay, so that wasn't horrifying in the slightest, right? It was. I lied. It was. Are you alright? What the hell? I'm okay. I got you. You're alright. Shit. Your leg is pinned. I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay. Are you hurt? Can you pull any weight on that leg? It's fine. Just try to stand up carefully. I'm right here. Don't worry, I've got you. That leg is in bad shape. Let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now, let's see if we can turn this thing. Let's see if this thing has power. Hey, old man, look at me. Can you hear me? What happened? I don't know. He collapsed. I think he blacked out. He was mumbling about the old mine for a minute. The old mine where we met. I think I need to see that doctor. Yes, you do. She hands Brandon the doctor's card. How do we get to this address from here? I don't know. It's pretty tricky going back and forth between, you know, here and there. The bureau is the only way I know. Some of those folks do it all the time. Commuters. Commuters, really? I'm a commuter. He says it like, the way he says it, it's like commuters, like, you know, it's a bad thing. Just go back to where you came, find the crystal, and then turn around. Find the crystal, and then turn around. That did not work. My sound's cutting in and out. I don't know if you could hear that. You could hear that. You almost went off the road for a second there. Can I take over? Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. You're... Okay, that was strange. I don't know if that was me, Act 2, Scene 3, but my audio was cutting out randomly. I wonder if me getting hurt or Conway getting hurt, if that was part of the game, or if you can, like, you can prevent that from happening by saying that you were fine. Back so soon? Can we talk to Clerk Lula again? I'm afraid she left in a big hurry, actually. Something happened with your meeting? She seemed pretty interested in the gas station attendant. I don't know who that is, but she did seem distressed. Well, heading back to the interstate, I can process you whenever you're ready to go back. Just let me know. Ready to be processed. She hands the receptionist Will's card. Okay, can you tell us how to get this address? We're looking for Dr. Truman. Of course, this is in the neighborhood just outside of Bowling Green. Get on 65, going southwest, take a right just past the observatory. Just before the river. If you continue north, you'll be there shortly. Okay. So, 65. Get on 65, going southwest. No, where are you going? South. No, 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 no. There you go. No, no, dude. Dude, oh god damn it. No, dude, no, no. Come on, there you go. No, 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 no. No, you were going the right way. No, dude, what the hell? That took a little bit of time. Can we? Joseph had fallen asleep in his chair. No, where are you going? Take a right past the observatory just before the river. That looks like the observatory. Yeah, that was observatory. Take a right. Get on 65, take a right, just past the observatory, just before the river. Take a right. Is this the right? Dirt road. I'm totally lost. I am 100% lost. Let me go to the farm and then figure it out from the farm. Oh! I came out here on a date once. Nice night. Nice night. It's not bad. That's a start. Yeah, maybe it is. Thanks. Drive away. They stay for a while. Because something's happening. We're zooming in, so something's happening. What What is happening? Is there an earthquake? Meteor? Aliens? Oh. Okay, that was okay. That happened. That happened. That was a thing that happened. We stopped zooming in as well. Let's get out of here before something happens. That was super strange. You see, like stuff like that in this game. I mean, I really need to replay this game a few times just to kind of figure out all the options, like all the things you can do in this game, all the events that can happen within this game. A roughly circular cluster of narrow radio towers sprout from a muddy field. A ragged chain link fence strung up around the field would do very little to keep out vandals. It is forcefully silent. Walk into the center of the clusters. The chain link fence easily folds out of the way. Shannon holds a corner of it off the ground as Conway crawls under. Inside the fence, a sub. But okay. Listen. The hum is inaudible. It's more like a current of the wind or a feeling of uneasiness. Walk farther in. At the center of the circle, Conway notices a tremor in his vision. His left eyelid twitches. On the ground nearby, a few empty beer cans surround a circle of scorched earth-like candles. Okay, that's the farmhouse. Take a right just past the okay. Observatory. So, oh god, oh no. Okay, and then take a right. A line of cars extend down the road in a late-night traffic jam. Conan and Shannon can faintly see and hear some construction on the road ahead. Get out of the truck and walk ahead. Most of the drivers in line are reading magazines or lightly dozing. Walk ahead. The road ends abruptly. A small crew of highway maintenance workers have been laying down a 10-foot stretch of road. The cars stop again and the maintenance workers begin on the next section. Been a while, not sure about this place. Looks like trouble. Trouble for me, anyway. Strange, sounds like music coming from inside, but the sign says closed. I probably shouldn't be going into any bars anyway. Oh yeah, sorry, I just wanted a Coke. The trash bin is filled, several pairs of working shoes, few hats, and a Ziploc bag with 3 pairs of eyeglasses. Anything else? No. So let's take the truck back. They're ready to leave. So we said outside of the thing, right? Continue north, just before the river. I'm probably not going the right way. It was right here. Seriously. The neighborhood at the address on Lula's card has been demolished. In its place is a large museum still partially under construction. So she lied? Act 2, Scene 4. Museum of Dwellings. Ow. Okay. Talk to my pup. Why is it like shaking? Oh. Oh yeah, he was talking to his dog. Guy was a weirdo. What did he say? Just small talk, you know? Like you talk to your buddies or something. Like you talk to a dock worker. Just like, damn, this is a lot of rain. I haven't seen rain like this since that storm a couple years ago back that took out Lizette's herb garden. I just feel bad for that old dog getting dragged all over by a couple of drunks. Old dogs like that should be sleeping on the porch somewhere. That's loyalty for you. Well, they didn't stay long anyway. What? I heard the man and the lady talking when they first came in, but they didn't see me. He had his umbrella open inside. Museum staff, what were you doing up that late? What were they talking about? The man said his leg was hurting him. They were looking for Dr. Truman, but he was already gone. But they didn't know, so they kept looking around. I just assumed they were from the power company. You know how they're always coming by unannounced and messing with this and that. I just shut myself up in my room to wait it out. No sense getting involved. They definitely weren't from the power company. Well, I wouldn't complain if they were. Really, with the storm going on. I know they have to do their business. Doesn't affect me. I got my generator, but you know, some of these folks around here, unprepared. Totally unprepared. So what are we supposed to do? Can I not go? No, I can't. I was playing in an empty cabin and they came by. They asked about Dr. Truman. I know where you went, but I didn't tell them. Where did Dr. Truman go? It's a secret. Urza told me, and I can't tell anyone else. Who is Urza? He's my age. He doesn't really live here. He's just passing through with his brother Julian. First they're going to help us, but I can't say any more about that. We have a lot of secrets. The lady asked me about my parents, and I told them they were upstairs in the greenhouse. Do you want to hear a weird story? Of course. The old man asked me about the cabin. He said it looked like another house he knew, and he wanted to know where it came from. I told him nobody lived there, so we went inside. He took a long time exploring. When he came back out, he told me all about it. Where was the other house he knew? I don't remember. He seemed sad. Was it a place where something sad happened? Yeah. I remember he woke up there one morning and he didn't know where he was. He was alone. He waited all day for someone to come and tell him why he was there, but nobody did, so he left at sundown. He went upstairs, and he also looked around the other rooms. I played with the dog. What was the dog like? Her name is Blue, and I fed her some crackers. She drools a lot. Now, the part that is weird. He said he went into the basement. Cabin doesn't have a basement. He said he found a staircase in a closet. Then he found a rope leading down a long pit, and he climbed there. Then he found a rope leading down a long pit, and he climbed down. The walls were covered in glowing moss. He tried to eat some of the moss. He used the light of the moss to find a lake at the bottom of the pit. He was a good swimmer, so he found his way back to the cabin. So then he came back out of the cabin, and we said goodbye, and I didn't talk to them anymore. Well, that's some story. Let's go to the other side, I guess. James, I guess they must have gone through some papers here. It was in some disarray, and a few folders were pulled out and left on the table. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I only noticed because Diane is such a stickler. She's real organized. I mean, was anything missing? Nope. They pulled out a list of the folks who didn't take the offer. Folks who moved elsewhere. But they filed that back, out of order, so I guess they didn't find what they were looking for there. Hey, while I have you here, work's kind of slowed down, and it seems like... I know you folks know what you're doing, but it seems like the residents are just kind of settling in. We'll get your boys back to work soon. Yeah, sure, I get you. Uh-huh. You happen get that last... That doesn't make sense that much. Is there anything else to like really explore? Thomas. Yeah, they came by and knocked on the window, and we had a bit of a talk through the glass. I would have come out, but you know, shady characters. They seem suspicious? I already told you, weirdos. Walking around door to door asking about Dr. Truman. This late at night? I told them what I know, but in this weather... What do you know about Dr. Truman? I told him he moved in here with the rest of us when you folks brought up the neighborhood. And then one day his house was gone. That's all I know about that. I don't want to talk about that anymore. Fred, I heard them banging around out there, and I just stayed quiet. I don't know what they wanted. I just put my headphones on and tried to ignore them, to tell you the truth. I wonder if I missed something on the other side. Walker, they were hollering at the empty tent you folks have on display. Hey, if you ever need anyone to stay in there, I've been in worse positions. Sadie, do you know at first I thought it might be Hudson walking up to visit? I heard him working on his boat just a bit earlier, before the storm started. But then I saw the strangest lipping gate and a young woman with him, and I knew it couldn't be. I invited them in for a glass of bourbon, which they politely declined, so I just talked to them out on the porch for a bit. What was the stranger like? He was in a bad way. He seemed confused. He was asking about a basketball game. I thought he might be joking, after all. It's not the season. It made his friend uncomfortable, and she changed the subject. She asked about my house. Do you know, I don't believe either of them have ever set foot on a houseboat before. I don't know that the older man had ever seen an ocean, in fact. It has always been my fondest dream to retire on a houseboat. That's why I accepted your offer and moved in here. It isn't perfect, but what home ever is? I only wish the house would sway a bit. I find that it settles my nerves. Well, if we have another storm like the last one. In fact, he had his umbrella open indoors. It wasn't leaking that badly. Can I not walk up? I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can walk this way and like really look around. Oh, maybe I can. Oh, look at my dog. My dog is so old, and he's just bones. Flesh and bones. Ivy. They wouldn't come in, just washing around you. I think this volume might be a little bit too loud. I think the volume might be a bit too loud. Let me do softer. And let's see. Is that better? That might be better. They wouldn't come in, just rushing around. You could tell they were worn and it was late at night, but just rushing around. Well, there was some urgency. That's a big bird. Well, there was some urgency to the older man's injuries, so it's understandable. How was he injured? His leg, it was twisted or something. He held it while he walked and made these painful little sounds in his throat. Oh, how? I don't know. I didn't ask. It would have been rude, I think. Well, we just don't know. That is a very big fucking bird. I suppose we never will. At least, like, cover my dog. I heard a shout from downstairs. The old man had stumbled in the rain. I stayed inside with the lights off. There's no sense in getting involved. Ah, that's rude. There's the big bird. Giant. Is that an eagle? Bert. I didn't see or hear a thing all night. I was in the back doing inventory when they came by. I got 30 cases of candles in, and each one of those has got to be individually labeled, you know? But I heard from some of the other neighbors that they weren't up to any harm, just passing through. Urza. Or Ezra. Ezra. I kept calling him Urza. I was like, fairy tale, Urza. No, Ezra. Easy R.A. I saw you folks drive up. I like your truck. What kind of truck is that? We got a couple of them at the shop, but this is the only one that runs. Oh yeah, with a truck you gotta keep it up. That's why me and Julian don't use a truck. We just carry the houses. That sounds very impressive. Yeah, it's a big job. Me and Julian take them out to the forest every night, and then we bring them back at dawn before the museum opens. Is Dr. Truman in the forest? Yes, ma'am. He's out in the forest. Me and Julian took him out there a few nights ago and he didn't want to come back. He lives there all the time now. This museum is an okay place to live in the daytime, but it's no good at night. Folks just can't sleep in a place like this, or when they do it gives them nightmares. So we take them out to the forest to sleep, and I bring them back in the morning. I'm getting pretty tired myself. He hurt his leg. We're looking for Dr. Truman to help him out. Can you tell us how to get there? You have to follow the Green River way out east, and then hop over Lake Cumberland. The roads don't go there. But me and Julian can take you. We're just about to go anyway. I just gotta call him over. Yelling. Is Julian a bird? Julian's a bird, isn't he? Julian's a bird, yep. The giant one. Okay. Okay, this is super cool. This is strange, but really cool. The way this map works, the interaction and everything about this game is really cool. It's really interesting. I'm really enjoying this. From this height, the museum looks like a blocky crater, slowly filling with rain. And this is unlike a lot of the games that we've played so far. This is actually a lot, like, kind of different than a lot of games I play in general. So this is really interesting. An all-night diner by the side of the road. The lights are off. So we are way out east. Okay, way out east. East is that way. Ah, where's the river? I just lost the river. There, Green River, go east. Tiny gray figure walks along the side of the road carrying what appears to be a guitar case. He is followed closely by a smallish shape. A dog? Looks tired. Oh, that's the guitar guy. And then we put money in his whiskey by accident. A shadowy figure drags itself out of the lake, stuffs its limb into a small blue suit, and charges out of view. I think we went the wrong way. Did we go the wrong way? Well, hold on. Follow Green River, then hop over Lake Cumberland. I thought that was Lake Cumberland. So we're as east as we can go. Unless it's around here. Ah, okay. There it is. Act 2, Scene 5. This should be the final scene. Forest. Oh. Oh, is that Julian? Not Julian, Ezra? Look at Julian! He is so big! It's okay, take it easy. I'll just close my eyes. Music. We haven't had this type of music from... we had it in, Act 1. Towards the end, I think. I don't think that's a good idea. Just take some strain off your leg. And we'll keep going. Are you gonna... I really don't need him to sing right now. Can I? Okay. I don't think that's a good idea. Just take some strain off your leg for a minute and then we'll keep going. Why is this delivery so important to you? It's my job. It's my last delivery. I don't know. It's my last delivery. Oh, you're retiring or something? Or... Sorry. I'm just not as tough as I used to be. We'll just rest up for a minute. I bet you're still plenty tough. Okay. Now let me put the volume back up a little bit. Yeah, look at Julian. Look at him. He's cute. This big dude. How'd you come to be with these people? Bet you're pretty wild when younger. I bet you're pretty wild when you were younger. Oh, you're still gonna sing. Never mind. Well, I like you anyway. You look at Julian. Massive dude. Who's that? Is that Dr. Truman? Shouldn't be much farther now. I think I see where settlement ends over there. This forest is full of shadows. The moonlight helps. Closer to the cities, you don't get moonlight like this. It gets all washed out. Light pollution, you know? I guess it's still there. You just can't see it. How are you feeling? I'm just thinking about getting back to work. We're almost there. We'll get you patched up and back in the truck. We can handle this. Pup, pup, pup. Have you ever been over to the lake? It's really deep. I bet I could swim to the bottom though. I think music stopped. Do you have any family? Do you have any family you're close with? Brothers or sisters? Kids? I have a brother, but I wouldn't say we're close. What does he do? Some kind of banker. Kind of a jerk sometimes. Yeah, I know the type. Never talked to him? He's too good for me, I guess. I doubt that. I guess I was always closest with Weaver. Ah, now that's getting too loud. I guess I was always closest with Weaver, as close as someone could be with a girl like that. She was always on her own wavelength, but we were the same age growing up and everyone else was so busy. When she disappeared, I got pretty angry, and I guess I just stayed that way. I never really understood her, but I knew her. It's lonely without someone like that around. Sorry, You're a good listener. Ezra. I bet you come from a big family of dogs. Well, I have a pretty good sized family too, I guess. I guess we'll see the rest of them pretty soon. Music's coming back. Why? Why are you doing this? I keep having to change. I'm gonna keep it at 2, I think. He's inside with Dr. Truman. Are you coming in? He's inside with Dr. Truman. Are you coming in? Sure, I'll come in. Dr. Truman lets me watch TV sometimes. My folks never watch TV, but I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks too. I fix TVs, you know? Whoa, cool. A TV scientist? I bet you make a lot of money. My folks had a really nice house, bigger than any of these houses, but it made them worried all the time. Then the bank took it back. We had to sleep at the bus station, but I couldn't ever get to sleep. So I just went out to fly around every night with Julian. We flew really far, and we never got lost, but when we came back in the morning, they were all gone. They just left you? I don't think so. All their stuff was still there. Maybe they got lost somewhere. Let's go see what's on TV. Does her dog have a beard like this? Or is it like drool or something? Dr. Truman. And yeah, I think during the exit interview is really when I realized how badly they had me. But how else can you pay for medical school? I have college friends with debts that you can't expect to pay that back unless you're planning to sell painkillers on the side or something. Or, some kind of administrative thing. I don't know. Having seen what arthritis did to my grandmother and my best friend in high school, my best friend in high school destroy his wrist, building synthesizers, I mean he was like 17. Ailments of the joints and limbs just seem important to me. I hope that answers your question. Getting a scholarship with a pharmaceutical company had a lot of strings attached, but at least I have summer to practice. Even I have to follow their market trends a bit. And hey, thanks to all those seminars, I'm an expert on the medical uses of Nirpin MTM. It's not so bad. So how about that leg? What happened exactly? My leg was crushed by falling rocks. Ah, crushing injury. Yeah, those can be pretty bad. Everything gets all compressed and there's a lot of little pieces too. You know what? Never mind. Let's take a look. How bad could it be, right? And the music is back. Ezra, what are they singing about? Singing about hard times. Yeah, everybody has it pretty rough right now. Even if you just want to go home, you'll have problems. Like it'll be too dark and you get scared. It's hard sometimes, but things have a way of working out. Dr. Truman's gonna help you, friend. He'll be okay. Dr. Truman. But it's nothing we can't handle. You might have a few things to look out for in the future. Be a bit gentler with the leg or the way you walk, but you'll be okay. I've dealt with similar cases before. So the anesthetic we'll use is called... It's pretty experimental, but it's more appropriate in cases like yours. The way it works is, I'll count backwards from 5, start the process, and then we'll just have a normal conversation as it takes effect. Then I'll get started. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's talk about that billing for a moment. The pharmaceutical company I'm constructed with recently acquired by an energy company that has some different standards for billing and revenue, so it's a bit complex now. End of Act 2. Can I? Okay, save just now. Okay, so we're gonna end it there. I am not gonna start Act 3 until next session, just because I kind of want to... I need to go over this game, go over the video of this game that I played, and just kind of figure out what's really going on about, the storyline and everything, because this game is strange. I've said that a few times already. Usually with a story like usually with the games we've played, you can easily kind of figure out the storyline. This thing's kind of it's interest. I'm not really sure what's going on. We injured our leg. We I don't know if we're going crazy or something, because in the beginning we had those people in the basement and they just suddenly disappeared. And right now I'm thinking that we probably should have took the dice. Um Weaver, we don't know where she went. She said we don't know where she went. And everything's just kind of strange. So I think I need to kind of just figure this game out a little bit. Or just like rewatch everything I did and then we will continue on to acts 3 and 4. And those are the only things that are out right now. Act 5 is going to be out, I'm thinking, later this year, which I will play. But this was interesting. Kentucky Route Zero. This is an interesting game. I'm definitely gonna have to play this game a few times. Or I guess maybe even watch, if it's on YouTube, watch some people play the game. If there is people playing the game, I don't know. I know for Walden a game, there was, when I tried to look up playthroughs of it on YouTube, there was barely anything at all. I think maybe my playthrough might be one of the few that are in its entirety for Walden a game. So we'll see. This is interesting. That's my comment right now. This is a very interesting game. It is, graphics wise, it's not that realistic. Storyline, it seems to be realistic in places, maybe more so than some of the other games we played. Music comes and goes. Music does a thing that we've experienced in other games, which is come during important plot changing moments. So that's kind of been consistent throughout all the games we played. Direction, I think we get a little bit more direction here, like kind of where to go. We get instructions on how to get to places, which is something we didn't have in Gone Home or Dear Esther. We didn't really have that. Dear Esther, we didn't even have a map. So, but yeah. This is Kentucky Route Zero. We played Act 1 and 2. I am kind of at a loss of words of what to say about this game right now. Maybe you'll get my full review of the game after I complete the next two parts. But I think I'm enjoying it. I think this has been very interesting. I'm enjoying this game more than Walden, just to say that. Because I was really bored in Walden. So out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games we played, this being the 6th, I guess this would rank maybe in the top, maybe 4 games. Walden being last, Dear Esther being second to last. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah. Kentucky Route Zero, I'll be back with Acts 3 and 4. And I will see you guys later.